Hi there, welcome back to Caitlin Warren Yoga. My name is Caitlin and today we are going to practice yoga together. This is going to be a great little sequence for if you're ever feeling tired or you need a little jolt of energy, maybe in the morning, maybe after work or after school, or any time that you're thinking like I maybe need another cup of coffee or I might need a nap, maybe try this practice first instead. We'll start on all fours. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Feel a stretch through the webbing of your fingers. Take your shoulders over top of your wrists and your hips above your knees. On your inhale, drop your belly, send your tail, your heart, and your gaze to the sky. And on your exhale, press the mat away, spread your shoulder blades apart and look to your belly. Inhale to drop your belly, send your tail, heart, and gaze to the sky. Exhale to press the mat away, spread your shoulder blades apart. A few more times on your own breath. Inhale to drop your belly. And exhale to press the mat away. Now you can continue to move through these linear cat-cow shapes, or you might begin to create circles with your body, or explore any sorts of shapes that are calling to you. You might sink it into child's pose, or stretch through the sides of your waist. Switching directions. And then on your next inhale, come into a flat back position. And taking your hands one handprint in front of where they are now, tucking your toes and lifting your hips back and up into downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, can you quickly set an intention for today's practice? Bend your knees, look forward. At the end of your next exhale, come to the front of your mat, either walking, stepping, hopping, or jumping. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold back down. Root through all four corners of your feet. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, rolling your shoulders back, inhaling, reaching up, looking up. Exhale your hands through prayer at heart center and down to your side. A couple times moving with breath. Inhale to reach up, look up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, take your hands to your shins or your thighs, draw your heart forward as your sits bones move back. And exhale to fold back down. Root through your feet, inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale your hands through prayer at heart center and down to your side. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold back down. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale your hands through prayer at heart center and down to your side. One more time and then moving on. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, take a big step back with your right foot. Option to keep your right knee lifted. Pull your left hip crease back and down towards your right heel. Wrap the inseam of your right pant leg up towards the sky and then press out through your right heel. Root through your feet, inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. Softly bend into your right knee and wrap your right outer hip forward. Find containment through your core by knitting your lower ribs to your upper hip points, which basically means tuck your tail as you hug your lower ribs in. And notice how this opens up the front of your right hip flexor. From here, you can begin to press your right leg towards straight. It's okay if it doesn't make it. It's more important that your hips are square and your tail is tucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten your left leg, send your heart forward, your fingertips back in space, like you're a bird or a plane or a superhero. And then inhale, rebend into your left knee, reach up, crescent. Exhale, heart forward, fingertips back, straighten your left leg. Inhale, rebend, reach up. Exhale, straighten your leg, heart forward, fingertips back. Last time, inhale to reach up. Exhale, create goalpost arms, send your elbows forward, your fingertips back with your heart to the sky like it's an offering. Exhale your hands to frame your front foot. Step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold back down. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale your hands through prayer at heart center and down to your side. Left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, take a big step back with your left foot. Keep a generous bend in your right knee as you pull your right hip crease back and down towards your left heel. Take your left thigh bone higher. Wrap your left outer hip down towards the mat. Root through all four corners of your feet and inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. This time softly bending into your left knee, wrapping your left outer hip forward. Right hip moves back and down. Tucking your tail towards the mat. You might begin to press your left leg towards straight. Keep a generous bend in your right knee. Grow taller through the crown of your head. Reach through your fingertips more. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Send your heart forward. Fingertips back like you're that superhero. Re-bend into your right knee on your inhale. Reach up. Exhale, heart forward. Leg straightens. Inhale to bend. Inhale, straighten your legs. Send your heart forward. Inhale to bend. Exhale your hands through those goal posts. Send your elbows forward. Your heart lifts to the sky. Your fingertips move back in space. Exhale your hands to frame your front foot and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale your hands through prayer at heart center and down to your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Whew, fix my pants. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale through chaturanga, that's halfway down. Your knees can be lowered or lifted. Inhale into your back bend, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale your right knee to your nose. Place your right foot in between your thumbs. Take your left heel to the mat and windmill yourself up, warrior two. Make sure you can see your right big toe and hug your right hip underneath you as you press into the outside of your left foot. Inhale, straighten your right leg, look up and reach up. Exhale to sink. Inhale to reach, straighten your right leg. Exhale to sink. Inhale to straighten and reach. Exhale to sink. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, stay light on your left fingertips. Straighten your right leg. Moving through these warrior two arms with your right leg straight. Begin to reach to the front of your mat. Keep a length on your right side body. As you exhale, your right hand to your shin, the block or the floor. Inhale your left fingertips to the sky. Triangle pose. Send your hips to the wall that you're facing. Can you lean back in your upper body? Inhale, press back up, re-bend into your right knee, warrior two. Straighten your right leg, take your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes in so both the sides of your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. Root through your feet, grow taller through the crown of your head. With your hands on your hips, you'll begin to send your heart forward, your sits bones spread back towards the wall behind you. Pause halfway down. Take your hands to the mat with your fingers spread. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Inhale, find length through the crown of your head, spread your sit bones apart. Stay here or begin to walk your hands back. So your palms come in between the arches of your feet and the crown of your head grows heavy. Root through the outsides of your feet as you pull energy up through your arches. Bend your elbows back like you're doing chaturanga. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, root through your feet, squeeze your lower belly in, take your hands to your hips, rise all the way back up. Keep your right toes as they are, turn your left toes out, and exhale, sink into warrior two. Make sure you can see your right big toe, pardon me, your left big toe, and you're pressing into the outside of your right foot. And then begin to flow. Inhale, straighten your leg, reach up. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to sink. Inhale to straighten your left leg, reach up. Exhale to sink. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, stay light on your right fingertips. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Move through neutral warrior, 2 arms, left leg is straight. Begin to reach towards the front of the room that was the back of the room. Maintain length in your left side body. Exhale your left hand to your shin, the block or the floor. Inhale your right fingertips to the sky. Send your hips to the wall that you're facing. Scoop your lower belly in. Wrap your left rib cage forward and up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder stack on top of the left and then lean back. Inhale to rise back up, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your hands to frame your left foot and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, with your knees lifted or lowered, come all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, click all 10 toenails into your mat. Your kneecaps will lift. Take your forehead to the mat and your hands beside your hips with your palms to the sky. On your inhale, lift just your shoulder heads off the mat. Breathe here. On your next inhale, lift everything up. Your hands, your toes, your face. See if you can bring your big toes to touch and find more length. It's like I have a string from your toes to the wall behind you, the crown of your head and your heart to the wall in front of you. And that length is going to give you more lift. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take a cheek to the mat and find some rest. Take your forehead back down onto the mat. Inhale, squeeze just your shoulder heads together. And then maybe this time you interlace your hands behind your back. From here, inhale, lift everything up. Try to find the midline of your body by bringing your toes to touch. Your shoulder blades get closer together, even feeling as though you could pull the sides of your waist to touch. And then find more length. That length is going to give you more lift. Your back body is so strong, the back of your neck is long. You're here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Take your opposite cheek to the mat. Last time, bring your forehead back down into the mat. You could take either of the versions of a back bend that we just did, or you might bend at your knees and with your feet flex like you're standing on the ceiling. Inhale, lift just your shoulder heads back. If your knees are bent, you'll reach back and grab the outsides of your ankles or your feet. And you'll notice your knees will separate in order to create the space to do this. Can you bring your knees back to touch? From here, you'll press your ankles into your hands, and that leverage will lift you into your back bend. Roll your shoulders back, hug that midline of your body, keep the back of your neck long, and stay connected to your breath. You're moving with a pain-free range of motion. If at any point you need to come out of your back bend, please do so. Listen to your body. Can you take 3 more breaths wherever you are, moving with your intention in mind? At the end of your next exhale, slowly lowering back down, taking your favorite cheek to the mat, or maybe creating a pillow with your hands and taking your forehead down. You can stay still. You might give your hips a little shake from side to side to let your lower back go. Take your hands by your lowest ribs, take your forehead back down onto the mat, and press yourself up to all fours. And then you'll just come to sit on your knees, and then you'll bum. All right. Take your legs out in front of you, bend your knees generously, and zip up from toes to pelvis. Take the flesh from underneath your bum, root through your sits bones, reach up through the crown of your head, reach up through your fingertips, and then exhale to fold forward. Your hands may come to your feet. They may rest alongside you. I want you to think rolling your shoulders back and sending your heart towards your toes, so you're maintaining a lot of length in your spine. From here, you can begin to press your knees towards straight, but still maintaining length in your spine. Imagining your pelvis as a bowl, and you want that bowl to be turning inwards instead of back. If you find that you're kind of slouching, it's okay. Just bend your knees a little bit more generously, or sit on top of a book or a block or a pillow. Inhale to rise back up. Keep your left leg as it is. Bend into your right knee. You'll place the sole of your right foot on the outside of your left leg. Really stamp the sole of your right foot into the mat. Press through your left heel. Take your right fingertips behind you. Inhale, reach up through the crown of your head. Exhale to twist. You'll hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back. Do your best to keep your shoulders elevated above your hips, and you might look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. De-rotate, take a quick twist to your left side, and then switch sides. Press through your right heel, bend into your left knee, place the sole of your left foot to the outside of your right leg. Press the sole of your left foot into the mat, take your left fingertips behind you. And now reach up through the crown of your head and your right fingertips. Exhale, twist to the left, hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Roll your left shoulder back. And breathe. Inhale, come back through center. De-rotate, quick little twist towards your right. And let it go, give yourself a little shimmy shake. Place the sole of your left foot onto the mat. Keeping your right ankle flexed, you'll cross your right thigh, or your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Your fingertips can either point in or out, whatever's comfortable for you. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. You might stay here. You might walk your heel in or your bum in. I want you to feel a stretch on the outside of your right hip. Your right ankle is flexed and there's no pain in your knee. If there's pain in your right knee, come out. Just give yourself a squeeze, a little bit of love. Yoga is not about pain. Then you'll gently walk your left foot forward and switch sides. Sole of your right foot comes to the mat, keeping your left ankle flexed, crossing it over top of your right thigh. At first, you have a lot of space. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. If you're like, I could go further, you might walk your heel in or your bum in. And again, you're rolling your shoulders back, lifting your heart nice and high. There's length in your spine. No pain at all in your left knee. Gently walk your right foot out. Take your hands behind your back, give yourself a splishy splash like you're at the beach. And then you'll find a comfortable seat. So you might find Sukhasana, where you're in cross-legged position, or Virasana, which is hero's pose, where you sit with your knees together and you're sitting on your shins. Instead of taking it into a traditional Shavasana, because I know you don't have a lot of energy, you might fall asleep there, we're going to take a seated meditation. If you prefer more traditional Shavasana, by all means, find that comfortable position on your mat and take that option instead. If you are going for your comfortable seat, or that meditative seat, once you've found that position, root through your sit bones, grow taller through the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders back, but draw your lower ribs in. Take your hands to your thighs with your palms facing towards the sky. Bring your index and thumb pads to touch. Soften your gaze or bring your eyes to a close. As thoughts come to you, which they inevitably will, acknowledge them. Try your best to avoid judgment and choose to let them pass. Instead, focusing on your breath or on your intention. If you have time to stay in your meditative seat, I invite you to do so for as long as possible. If it's time for you to move on, gently take your chin towards your chest and blink your eyes open. Lift your chin, exhale your hands to prayer at heart center. We end with the word that means the divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope you're feeling a little bit more energetic. I know that I am. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I hope that you have all the energy to take on all the things that you need to do. As always, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, or maybe even share this video with friends or family who might also need a little bit of energy. We're moving into the holiday season and it can get crazy, so sometimes it's nice to just take the 20 minutes, 30 minutes for yourself and to reset and recharge. If you have any requests, please post them down below and follow me on social media. I hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you again for sharing your time. Namaste. Hi. 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 You want to do yoga?